Clueless gamers, hello. I know.
Hello.
We've been gone a long time.
Hashtag the return.
Welcome back to the ClueCast. This is episode 13. We're back. We're going to start recording games, whatever. You know what we do. Podcasts. We'll record some gameplays. I got a couple gameplays I'm going to post. And we got E3 coming up next week, blah, blah, blah. This week, we're talking about some crazy stuff. We're pretty excited for it. My name is Travis Crawford, or Titan Nemesis, as they call me in the video game land. And this is my boy, Luke Car17, or Luke Carmichael.
Which they call me in the real world.
Oh, and you like how I did that? I subconsciously led myself with my real name and you with the virtual name.
That's all I'm good for is my virtual name. That's okay.
Yep. You run a relic like a boss.
Oh, yeah, right. I just smacked my head into the... Never mind. We just did it. We were just raiding before this, and we almost won.
We're done with King's Fall. We're so freaking done with it.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I only do it if my friends want me to do it, which you guys, well, not even you wanted me to do it.
That's literally the only reason I did it. I'm so done with that raid. 9 months out of the year.
I'd rather play Crucible.
Has it been 9 months?
I'd rather play Crucible.
I would 100% rather play Crucible. I think you can chillax and play Crucible, but some people would disagree with me.
Yes. Yes.
Don't know who.
Me neither. But we have some huge news. So, as everyone knows, the great content drought of 2016 for Destiny is about to come to an end in September. Tell them.
Tell them. Well, after a year, we got the Taken King last year in what? Was it September? I'm pretty sure it was.
September, yes.
Yeah, it kicked off year 2 of Destiny, which was amazing. For about 6 months, and now for 3 more months, and now another 3 months to follow in patiently anticipation. Grammar, America. Bungie has officially announced, well, I think they unofficially leaked it like 4 days ago, but they got a new expansion called The Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron.
Coming out in September, and it looks dirty.
Oh, man. It looks amazing. We're going to talk about it today, aren't we?
That's why we're firing up the YouTubes again.
Because we finally got some interesting news. I mean, there's probably been all kinds of other interesting news, but
oh,
this
yeah,
is like...
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, brush that over. We didn't even talk about it. Pre-order Call of Duty 4 remastered and get a free copy of Infinite Warfare today.
Pretty much, that's what it is.
That's what people are looking at it as. But, yeah, I'm beyond excited for this Rise of Iron expansion, and... it's freaking long overdue. The April update was great in a sense with the new smart loot system, and it was nice being able to go back and revisit the Prison of Elders, but it's just the same old, same old. Mm-hmm. We're ready for new stuff.
We're ready for brand new stuff. And before we even start talking about it, how crazy were the leaks for this stinking thing? Like a week and a half ago.
It's all big conspiracy. Like, was it intentional or not? Because I remember you sent a YouTube link of the leaked trailer to us, and I tried to review it again like 2 hours later, and it was like Activision has thrown up a copyright strike on this video, and it has been removed from the internet. So I'm wondering if Bungie's like, fuck Activision, we're just going to do this.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I think that, I don't know. I don't know. Every day up until this, so yes, on June... What day is it today? On June 9th, 2016, there was a Twitch reveal at Bungie in their cool studio that they have now, and they announced it. So every day leading up to that, there was like a new picture or a new like frame of another picture, all the way up until like 2 hours before the stinking trailer leaks. So it wasn't a big giant surprise, but
yeah, I was literally tweeting hashtag Iron Gallahorn 2 hours before the Twitch reveal stream.
So let's get into it. So basically, they announced Rise of Iron, which is going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. Like,
I'm just pumped to see some lore behind this Iron Banner dude that we just go to, and it's like, okay, give us that stupid looking cloak so I can get your rep up faster.
Yep.
That's all the dude's been to us lately. That and crappy loot. But yeah, I think seeing some lore behind the Lords of Iron will be really cool because, you know, he mumbles all the time as you walk up to him. He's like, the Iron Lords are watching.
Even though they're all dead except for him. Oh, wait, I guess they're watching from up top. That's what it means.
Well, if you watch the trailer carefully, he says the Iron Lords will rise again if you...
Yeah, because we're going to be the Iron Lords.
If you prove yourselves. Dude, that'd be cool.
That's what they said. So in the string...
Just give the Titan a cloak,
Yes, all I want. So the trailer that came out is Lord Saladin, and you finally see what he looks like, which is cool. And he's walking up to the wall, it looks like, on the Cosmodrome, and it's blown up. And he's got wolves around him. It's freaking epic. And he doesn't have a flashlight or anything. He's got a torch. A stinking torch. Like, this is, you see all the technology you have, and he has a stinking torch. Yeah. And he's old school. He's great. And he walks up, and it's got like this epic, you know, voice going underneath it. And he's talking about how they thought that they would win and blah, 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 blah. But basically, we see this new, it's not like a new race, but it's kind of a new race called the Siva.
And I believe that's spelled S-I-V-A. And it's basically like, from my understanding, it's like a plague that, you know.
Yeah, so they said something in the trailer. He says something about we thought we locked this plague away forever and ever, but now it's back. And there's a whole.
But the Devil's House, I believe it's the Devil's House of the Fallen. We're digging deep into the Cosmodrome, and they sort of
they got their hands on some golden age technology that they shouldn't have, and basically are mutating. They're like mutants, plagued mutants of regular Fallen. So like in the Bungie weekly update, this is a good example to explain like a small like description of what it is. It says you're invited to follow in the footsteps of the Iron Lords. Join Lord Saladin on a new campaign to eliminate an ancient threat that destroyed his legendary order of heroes. Embrace new forms of power and reclaim some old favorites. Iron Gallahorn is what it says. It says, yeah. So basically, in there, they did the live stream, and they chatted about, you know, the game. So it's gonna be freaking sweet. Like we said,
I agree, and I not that it's a huge deal. I mean, to some people, that this might be a huge deal, but it's funny seeing memes circulating around Twitter that's got Oprah, you know, where she's like, "You get a car, you get a car." Bungie be like, you get a galley, you get a Gallahorn, you get a galley.
So if you pre-order, so this is great. We'll talk about the Gallahorn. It's back. Everyone knows it wasn't in year 2. It'll be in year 3. So because this game will come out in year 3, technically. It comes out September 20th, I believe. And the Gallahorn is a quest now that everyone can use. So when you get the game, there's a new quest, and you kind of have to reforge the Gallahorn. So you're like rebuilding it. That's all we know. But if you pre-order the game, and once you finish that quest, you get the Iron Gallahorn, which is like a black version of it.
And it looks BA.
Yeah, it looks so good.
And I'm wondering, and perhaps this is a question you guys could answer or, you know, lend thought to. Is this Gallahorn going to be exotic, or is it going to be legendary?
That's what I was wondering, because
a free exotic is something we've not seen before. But it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
Well, I won't say free. You do have
you have to do a quest, and who knows? It could be tough. I want it to be not a hard.
I want it to be tough as well.
I don't want it to be like real hard where it's frustrating and it's just a grind, but like not like the Chaperone quest. That's the worst freaking quest. Like a quest.
I don't know, man. Like the imprecation to get first curse. I'm still sitting there looking at that quest. I'm like, not today.
Yeah. I need it to be like possible, but also it's gonna take some time, which is fine with me. Actually, it's funny. I was doing a quest in Taken King that I hadn't even finished yet. It's after you do the Bully and Gemini quest. Lost and Found, you get a quest from Varix, and it's like find the Archon or kill the wolves. Like basically the wolves.
Yeah, the remaining wolves.
Yeah, they go back and they're trying to take over Mars instead. And there's like a full quest line there, and I didn't even know about it. But it's just like different versions of missions that they like twisted a little bit. Like even if it's something like that, it's like you have to do 15 missions or something, I'd be fine. Or think of it like you have to go back
like the quests from year 1, or the bounties, I should say, because they were like. Everybody remembers the Pocket Infinity, the Thorn bounties. You have to go in and do a special version of the Fogoth strike. which was a pain to do, but
Yeah.
man, that thorn was sweet.
Remember when we did that Fogoff strike? That was the first strike I ever did in the whole entire game. Remember,
we were like level 9s and 10s trying to, and the recommended level was 12, and it took us like 3 hours.
Yeah, I was just hiding behind this door the whole time, getting like one shot if I could, and then I brought the game back like 2 days later. So
yeah, that was probably the turning point for you. You're like, this game blows.
Yeah, that was my fault. But anyways, so Gallahorn's back. We got some new playable areas, which is cool. There's
the plague lands.
Yeah, the plague lands. Like, just listen to the sound of that's great. The plague lands. So that's pretty cool because it's like a new patrol area as well as a place for missions and a place for. It's like a place in old Russia that has been locked off for a long time. We don't know much about it, but right now we just know it's not a good place to be. But that's always a great place when you're a Destiny player because you want to go somewhere you don't want to be.
Well, I mean, the coolest thing about this new, because, I mean, you might have said it already, but there's going to be a new social space. You have to go in and take it.
Yes.
Like, when we got the new social space with the House of Wolves, it just sort of was unlocked. It was like, sweet.
Yeah.
It was cool, don't get me wrong, but this is going to be like a bajillion times cooler because we get to go in and see what it's like before we inhabit it.
Yeah.
And then we got to take it.
It's amazing. And it's literally it's the Iron Lord's place. It's like on top of a mountain, this social space that you go into. Yep. And they said in the very first mission in Rise of Iron is going to be you starting at the bottom of a mountain, basically, and you have to fight your way up to the top, and you fight your way into that social space and take it over. So it's going to be awesome. And they showed some of the artwork of it, and and I love snow, so that's going to make it even.
You do love your snow. I mean, that when the first screenshots of the trailer was being released with the wolves and Saladin and the Flaming Hammer, I didn't really think of you in the snow, but now that you're saying that, I'm like, I bet you just...
Oh, I was excited.
Yeah, I bet you it was not a joke to you.
Yeah.
You were like trying to go Super Saiyan.
I went Super Saiyan. I did. On my couch. So the Plague Lands, it says on Bungie's website, it's a good way to explain it. It says, this area near the Cosmodrome has been quarantined for centuries. Now the Devil Splicers have broken through the walls, dug deep into the earth, and found a technology of almost limitless power and limitless peril. The Splicers are using the forbidden technology, Siva, to transform the rain and themselves, and to fit their twisted desires. So basically, I guess they're called Devil Splicers. They're Splicers, and then...
Yeah, and apparently, if you look into the lore, Splicers are a type of fallen foe that every house has. Mm-hmm. But this is the first we actually get to encounter them as guardians. But they're in the lore. If you look up Splicers, they're like bioengineers that basically want to be one with machines.
Yeah, so we're going to see some... That's perfect for them because they're getting this golden age technology that they shouldn't have their hands on, some plagued thing that we don't know about yet. And it's like really, really incredibly like intellectual technology that they're getting their hands on. If they like machines, they're going to connect that to them. Like in the trailer, whenever you see Lord Saladin, you see he's walking up to the wall and the Cosmodrome is broken. All these little dregs with like peg legs come out with like red eyes, and they just look goofy.
And they look like they got tubes or wiring on their back and neck, like the Siva is controlling them or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So going back to the social space, it's actually it's the mountain. It's the fortress of Fellwinter's Peak. So I don't know. I think that's going to be cool. It says the Iron Lords ranged across the planet, battling the darkness and protecting the survivors of the collapse. But then they encountered an enemy they could not defeat. Now Lord Saladin, the last Iron Lord, he's the last one, honors the memories of his brothers and sisters, and he waits because he knows that someday the Iron's Bane will return. So basically, I think that I personally think like the whole goal and what they said in the Twitch live stream was we are going to become Iron Lords by the end of the game through this story. But they didn't say much. They basically just told us what it was, our new enemy. There's going to be tons of new weapons. I saw on the website they have like a little section with a bunch of weapons like real close up. There's going to be faction ghosts.
Yes.
Faction ghosts. And you know that very first gun you have? It's called like the
the Kavastov
Yes.
or yeah.
They have that on here, and I saw someone using it, and there it is right there. I'm looking at it right now. It's there, like a different version of it. So if I get to use that gun again, I'll be so pumped because I loved that gun. That's like straight out of that's like out of a Modern Warfare game gun. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh man, and there's gonna be new armor, and so basically they have it mixed up. So they got like old, like middle age. No, I don't know how to explain it.
Golden Age, they
like
call
Golden Age type of like Iron Banner gear that you have, but it's not for the Iron Banner. But you look like a Viking type of gear, like that. That they have a gear set like that, and then they have a like technology kind of like Rasputin looking gear. You know what I mean? From so those are two of the what we know of, and then there's like all these weapons, and they look ridiculously sweet. They're like different, and there's a whole new set. They show the whole new set of it looks like Trials gear for the hunter, and it looks slick. Yeah.
So speaking of gear and sick looking, as this game has developed and progressed over 2 years, we see things like content getting better, story getting better, production getting better. Raids arguably got better with the Dark Below raid. I feel like they basically just put that raid out. There's like 3 rooms. You got the hallway, then the totems, and then boom, you're where you fight Crota.
Yeah.
That was a really rushed feeling raid, but having almost a whole year to work on King's Fall was amazing. Well, we're going to get another amazing raid, I believe.
Yeah, we are.
And what's cool is, you already know, you can imagine this raid gear, armor, weapons, it's all going to be like laced with Siva. I bet you money.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed. And it looks like it in some of these pictures. There's like these little like cords and stuff like connecting, and like regular guns, like Omelon guns with like stuff all connected in them. Oh, it's
going to look nasty in the new gear and whatnot.
So the raid itself is cool because it says hidden in the Cosmodrome lies the true source of the Siva outbreak. Guarded by the most zealous, powerful fallen devil splicers. 6 guardians will plumb the depths, meaning we're gonna go like deep into the earth to stop at the threat at its source. Should they emerge victorious, they will return to the surface, wielding powerful new weapons and armor forged from Siva itself. So this is gonna be freaking sick. Like, do you think we're gonna go down to the middle of it and like there's gonna be like a ridiculously sweet fallen person, or do you think that like these plagued individuals or whatever are going to be like a different race that we're going to fight down there?
Well, I think first of all, we got the splicers. Sure, they're fallen, but they're a different type of beast that we've not like encountered yet. And I'm sure we'll see a couple big bullet spongy ones down there that are protecting the source of Siva's power. But I want to know what the source is.
Yeah,
so
same.
I think with this raid, we're going to experience a lot of new things in regards to that fallen type of enemy, the Siva. Who knows what? Not Siva, the Splicers. Yeah. Those guys, and then maybe actual Siva. Like, what is it?
Yeah. Like, what is that crap? Is it some sort of disease, or is it some sort of mutant other? The thing I also want to know is, what if this brings it full circle? Like, we never found out who that stranger was in the original vanilla DLC. The Traveler, the Speaker, that type of stuff. None of that really got fully brought around. So what if this has something to do with Go ahead. What if this has something to do with the Traveler? What if this has something to do with, I don't know. It seems important if it's something that's in Earth and it's something that was like locked away and super important, that the Iron Lords were involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot that could go into this.
That's wishful thinking, dude. I'm telling you, that would be awesome if it did come full circle. But
just
I'm not going to hold my breath because this game's supposed to last 10 years, and they're probably going to make us wait.
Well, not full circle, like to figure out we need to know, but like the straight. Like,
all that stuff in the vanilla game where the speaker's like, I could tell you this, I could tell you that, I could tell you. Why don't you do it then? Yeah. We're not.
I'm saying full circle, as in full circle to end out this first story in Destiny before Destiny 2 comes out, basically.
Yeah, I can see that.
Unless this just continues into it. We don't know.
So,
who knows?
Not to get ahead of ourselves at all, and we're not by no means finished with this conversation about the Rise of Iron, but this launching in September, do you think we're going to have to wait an entire year for Destiny 2?
Yes, but so I'm like super wishful with a lot of thinking. You know that. You know I'm optimistic about stuff. So
Yep.
I think so. You know how they announced this week, next week or this weekend, some of the conferences start for E3. Like in the back of my mind, man, I think that this was just announced as an expansion, and they didn't want to like make that what they're talking about on the Sony conference floor. What if out of nowhere, like they throw us for a loop and they show a Destiny 2 trailer or teaser, or just a teaser, like literally like maybe 30 seconds, and they're like coming next spring or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I'd say the so-called dead game would be not that dead.
Oh yeah. Oh man, did you see yesterday? This Destiny was trending all day.
Yep,
Like so,
yep,
everyone's like, it's such a dead game. No one plays that. Like, no, a lot of people still play Destiny.
I literally play it just to chillax in Crucible, and then when people drag me into raids, I oblige.
Really?
For whatever reason, but yeah, I think Destiny's still a super fun game.
I think it's amazing. It's the only game I play.
Beautifully done. It's smooth. I mean, aside from 30 frames per second.
Yes.
But it is a great feeling shooter, and it deserves its credit.
I agree.
No matter what people say. People that hate on it, I would almost bet my bottom dollar that they're still the year one, like, fresh launch Destiny haters.
Same. Like,
and you know all about that. You know it's not the same game, and it never will be the same game ever.
no, it's different.
Like my first experience with the Red Death was absolute insanity. Yours is going to be good because Xurs sold Red Death this last week, as you guys may well already know. But your experience is not going to be the same as mine. That, for better or for worse, that's how Destiny is. It's constantly evolving.
Yeah, it's evolving. It's different. And that's what Rise of Iron's going to be for us too. So,
not that, you know, we're Crucible junkies. We're just casual Crucible players. But I hear that Crucible's getting a new mode, and I'm not able to find out much what that mode is going to be.
I don't know.
Upon new campaign quests and, you know, all the other content we're getting new maps and a new Crucible mode, I suppose.
Yeah, so they're announcing like all summer they're going to use the summer as a time to talk about this, you know, expansion. They're going to stretch it out as far as they can. I think they're going to wait to talk about Crucible last. I think that'll be the
ride the hype train as long as possible. So, even though Crucible is what is keeping most people in.
Yeah,
I would argue.
So I think they'll do that, and they'll talk PvE. They'll talk everything. They won't talk about the raid until, you know, they're always secretive about that, and we'll get like a whole entire gameplay thing where they show like the new play. I don't know. I think they'll do all that stuff, and then they'll talk about Crucible at the end. But I do think there'll be a new Crucible mode, and I think there'll be new maps, which is cool. Because maybe they'll bring back some maps that they don't use as much, like that map with the vehicles. Maybe they can take the vehicles out of it and we can play in it. Because I've only played on that map like one time. I think it's called like First Light or something.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it either, but I miss that. Shooting people off of pikes with a sniper rifle is insanely fun.
It was so fun.
Yep. So maybe they'll utilize the vehicles again, because I know a lot of people come to like games like Battlefield just for the vehicles. Mm-hmm. They choose Battlefield over Call of Duty just literally
for vehicles. Yeah.
For the variability of play style. So they could literally experience a new type of shooter every time they step into the Crucible.
Maybe the new mode is kind of like a conquest type of thing. You know, like the all-out war.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
With more than whatever amount of Guardians can be in there. I mean, that's hopeful thinking, but you never know. Maybe they bring some bigger maps in, bring some stuff in with the Plague Lands. I don't know. I think that'd be sweet.
You know what would be sweet, though?
What?
Custom matches and 1v1s.
Yeah.
I would love to 1v1 somebody in Destiny.
I think that'd be amazing, but I don't think it's going to happen until Destiny 2, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's worth the wait.
Yeah, same.
I'll wait for it.
I think they've probably been working on it. They probably have it down, but they want to make sure that it comes in the next one.
So I mean, we're covering a lot of information here about the Rise of Iron, and obviously with new gear, new weapons, the light level the roof has to be raised here.
it's going to be substantial. If you think of how the Taken King was, it went from like there was no light level, but most people started at like 170, and the highest light level was 310. That's a huge upstep. So I could see it being. I could see it being like. Was a grind. I could see it being like 450, and then the regular level is like 50 or something like that.
See, now that sounds way sweeter than what I had originally thought. And what I was thinking was it was going to be like 350, just like another tiny little light level increase like the April update. Mm-hmm. But the way you just said it makes it so much more exciting. And I don't know if it'll raise the base level to 50, because you got to remember the Taken King had new subclasses, which will be something that sets apart the Taken King from Rise of Iron, in my opinion. That's what's going to make Rise of Iron a smaller expansion to me. But the light level should be something we should grind for, especially with the new smart loot system.
Yeah,
having that right out of the gate, we're going to need something that we can stretch it out. And I do hope there's a grind. It's just not one of those stupid grinds like pre-April update King's Fall.
Yeah, and we also have to think about like it's this game. This comes out in year 3, so are they going to do the same thing they did to us in year 1? Are all the guns we have right now going to be not usable? That's something we have to think about.
A lot of questions.
So,
like your Red Death you just got, are you going to be able to use that thing?
We'll see. Who knows? We'll probably find out later this summer. I don't know. So, but I think that's it. That's all the information that they have on the website, and we pretty much said it all. There's a new raid. There's new patrols. There's new missions. There's a new story. There's new weapons. There's new gear. There's going to be new Crucible stuff. It's really simple. We have a new experience coming finally. It's going to be fun. We're going to find out a lot more about it this summer, and us here at Clueless Gamers, we're going to let you guys know because we're going to be watching. So all right, well, Travis, thanks for talking with me. It was fun.
Once again, Clueless Gamers, hashtag the return.
Follow us on Twitter. We're at Clueless Gamers 2, I think, and then follow us on Facebook, Clueless Gamers, and follow us personally. Mine's Luke Carmichael 7, and Travis is. He never knows. He never knows. So actually, just don't follow him.
Hey, it's Crawford Travis 2.
There you go.
Ease up on me.
I'm just kidding. All right, everyone.
All right, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Like Luke was just saying, we appreciate you watching and supporting the channel, even if we do take long periods of time off because we're busy people. Mm-hmm. But we still love to do this, and we're going to do it as long as we can.
And we love you.